Personally, I think this is a strengthening education about what all has happened around this, what was just going to be the first photo of an orange-gray hand and a head. The head is still a question mark, even in Earthfile Support's mind. He's very analytical and very critical, and he did a side-by-side comparison in which it is very true that the eye pattern in the, we'll call it the alleged real photo, versus the 3D created head, the eyes do not match. And you can do an examination and make a comparison, and you will see that. But that does not mean that there isn't a real extraterrestrial, sort of orangish gray being or civilization or species that looks exactly like that photo. And as Buddy pointed out, that's counter-intel.
And counterintelligence would have to do cover-ups. And that leads to a possible explanation for the two images sent to me a year ago in August of 2021 by a military aerospace source who had communicated for 3 years information about UFOs and ETs that in some cases I was able to corroborate with other sources. But after last week's July 20th, 2022 Earthfiles YouTube channel live broadcast, we received a message in viewer comments that has changed everything in a shocking way. It includes, why would the military aerospace source a year ago send me digital copies of these photographs when one is definitely from an autopsy of an American woman? The Earthfiles viewer, High Tech, wrote last week, quote, "This is a photograph of a woman's autopsy. I believe she was a homicide victim. In the 2000s in my work, I had copies of the photo for an assignment so I would recognize it from a mile away. And putting the photo as an image in a PC monitor is also a sneaky way to prevent a reverse image search," close quote. Ian, who manages the live chat and viewer comments, emailed me, quote, "Linda, can Eric, our Earthfiles support computer tech, reverse search for a previous or original source of this image of the four-fingered hand, which is most likely recognized by viewer High Tech to be a homicide victim," close quote. On July 24th, 2022 at 5:55 p.m., after doing an image reverse search, Earthfiles support wrote to me, quote, "After reverse search on the four-fingered hand, it looks like the original is an autopsy photo of Lisa McPherson, a member of the Church of Scientology. Here are links that we will add to tonight's comment. The top link has several autopsy photos. The second link is a full report about Scientologist Lisa McPherson's death and autopsy. And when you click on the oocities.org link, it takes you to this article entitled, A Wrongful Death, November 1, 2017, in Sword and Scale, episode 2015. On November 18, 1995, 35-year-old Lisa McPherson was involved in a minor car accident. McPherson had been a dedicated member of Scientology since she was 18 years old, and one of her big interests were extraterrestrials that Scientology taught existed beyond Earth. Quote, "As she got older, she began to exhibit mental disorder. In 1995, McPherson was put on 24-hour isolation watch by Scientology church officials. By December 1995, she had become so weak that she was unable to stand on her own. On December 5th, 1995, she began to gasp and had difficulty breathing. She was taken to a Scientology hospital where she soon died, close quote. According to this autopsy report by medical examiner Joan Wood, quote, the cause of death was thromboembolism of the left pulmonary artery caused by bed rest and severe dehydration, close quote. The reddish-brown spots all over her body, not just her hand, were identified as cockroach bites. Quote, a criminal case was brought against the Church of Scientology for the wrongful death of Lisa McPherson. But as quickly as charges were brought, they were dismissed, close quote. Since remote viewing and working with remote viewer Buddy Bolton on the July 20th broadcast, I reached back out to him again about this unexpected discovery that the so-called four-finger orange-gray alien hand proved to be Lisa McPherson's December 6, 1995 autopsy photograph of her left hand, not 2007 and 2008 artwork in Brazil. Did Lisa McPherson have some link between Scientology and UFOs and ETs?
Yes, and even the religion itself. At the very top level, it's very secret, but it has a whole ET background and stuff about alien souls being trapped here on Earth. And so what I felt, she was having a relationship with someone very high in Scientology. And that person showed her real extraterrestrial stuff.
UFOs and ET photos.
Correct. And was talking about they have a program within Scientology to gather craft material, gather pictures, go to locations, do massive research through historical documents to see if they can find places where there could be material. I think that a certain agency had a connection to Scientology. And nowadays, oftentimes, the government uses private companies to keep things non-FOIA. People can't do Freedom of Information Act requests and get inside information. And they were working with the Scientologists. And so I think it was all connected in many ways. The information flowed both directions, from Scientology to the intelligence circles, from the intelligence circle to Scientology. The fakery, it may sound just wild and confusing to the audience, but this is exactly what the intelligence community does.
Since you were the remote viewer on the July 20th, 2022 broadcast, where I showed again the head and the hand, this was before any of this about the Brazilian artist, did you have anybody in intel, military, science, medicine, anyone contact you after the July 20th, 2022 program about the shoot down of a UFO to ask you questions or talk about what we used in that July 20th program?
Yes, and it wasn't just one. And just the fact that I was contacted speaks volumes.
There is some kind of a pattern that is unfolding with people who have been classifying reality for decades. And that is the part that seems to be disabling to humanity. And that the longer we go with all of these cover-ups, layers and layers and layers of lies, 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 layers and layers and layers of lies. Layers and layers and layers of lies. Always raise your fist to truth.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Always raise your fist to truth.
Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back. Here we are again, stuck on somebody else's crazy train. And I have been stuck on this crazy train for far too long. It's time to get off. But before we do, let's explore Linda's new fake stories and new fake sources that she somehow just invented to cover the old fake sources and old fake alien pictures and the original fake story that she created. This is a classic case of projection, friends. She's accusing others of layers of lies and deception while she herself is making them. One moment. So I have some notes to get through. We're going to try to get through them. One moment. Sorry about that, friends. So I do have some notes to get through. The first thing that's very, very important is that Linda, on her latest broadcast, kept saying there's lots of layers to this story. No, Linda, there is only one layer to this. A blogger and CGI artist named Felipe created fake alien images in 2008. You told people just recently that they were actual pictures of a real alien that your high-ranking government source, who's usually right, sent you. That's the whole story in a nutshell. You ran with fake alien pictures created by a computer graphics artist in 2008. That's the story. That's what happened. Those are the facts, and that's what all the evidence points to. The only layers to this story is the layers she keeps adding. She could say there's lots of layers to this story, and there is now, because she keeps adding layers. First, friends, she says the first thing she does is she says that these pictures are real alien pictures sent to her by a high-ranking government and aerospace insider who has always been extremely accurate with the information he's been sending her for 3 years. Again, an anonymous source told me that those pictures are real, so they must be. After I sent her overwhelming evidence and proof that these images were 100% fake and created by a Brazilian artist in 2008, then she adds another new layer to the story and says that the artist is a liar and he's being paid by the CIA to lie about creating these images, these alien images that she first said were real. Next, another layer to the story is added, and she gets a remote viewer, a psychic, to say that they are real pictures of gray aliens. Trust me, dude, I'm a psychic. There's real pictures of aliens. And the remote viewer also says that the Brazilian artist was paid off to lie about these photos by the CIA. Next, she adds another layer to the story because of our work and the photo that we released first. You may remember we released a photo of a 5-fingered hand that looked suspiciously human that the artist sent us, the picture that he used to fake the 4-fingered alien hand. So she takes our image, I believe, and uses that base image to go do a reverse image search. And she finds a human autopsy photo, but it gets better. She lies to everybody and says that they did a reverse image search on the alien hand photo and found out it was an autopsy photo. Then why didn't she do that in the first place? She didn't, because if you search reverse Google image search or any reverse image search, the picture of the 4-fingered alien hand, you're not finding Lisa McPherson and this new layer of deception that she tacked on. You won't find it. You can only get that if you take the image that we showed the world to show that it was a fake alien hand image. Only if you take that image and do a reverse image search will you find the original autopsy photo. So she lied during her own broadcast about what they did. This is all just layers of deception, and this changes nothing. She doesn't want to talk about how she was completely and totally wrong. She doesn't want to talk about how the psychic she used must be an incredibly horrible psychic because he said they were 100% real images. Now she's saying, no, they're fake images created by an autopsy photo. She still won't say the name of the artist that created them because she doesn't want you, the viewer, and especially you people sending her money to go look up that artist's work and see where she got the photos from. You see, this whole new layer of deception she just added, it changes nothing since the Brazilian artist used that autopsy photo as a base for his fake alien hand photo. Now, we can debate whether that was the right thing to do. It's not my place to decide that. But the fact remains, and I have an on-the-record statement from that artist who said that he used that autopsy image as a basis to create the 4-fingered hand fake alien photo. Next, you know, it's very common for CGI artists to use real imagery all the time, often for realism, and to modify them for their artistic work. So that's what happened here. This CGI artist who created these images in 2008 used a real autopsy photo to add realism and as a base of this fake alien 4-fingered hand. But next, she adds a new layer to the story, bringing in Scientology, and the remote viewer now chimes in again, telling us that this is all connected because Scientology studied aliens and had an active interest in aliens and UFOs. Then another layer of deception to the story is added. Because, see, Linda feels betrayed by her high-ranking source. And now she must admit that at least one of the alien photos she first said were real, actual photos of aliens, are now fake. In this new layer of deception, she blames the source, the anonymous source, for this whole mess, refusing to take any responsibility herself for huckstering fake alien pictures and making literally thousands and thousands of dollars telling people that fake pictures of aliens are real pictures of aliens. So you see, there is lots of layers to the story, but the truth is very clear and simple. The images were fake alien pictures created by a Brazilian artist for a fictional story in 2008. All these layers of deception she's adding to the story, you know, she's talking about layers of the story. She's adding, there's no layers to the story. It's a very simple story. A man in 2008 created fake alien images. In 2022, Linda Moulton Howe went live on her show claiming and telling everybody that these were pictures of real aliens. And while she was doing that, she collected thousands and thousands of dollars. See, these layers of deception that she's added are all designed to confuse, muddy the water, and somehow make you forget that she used 100% fake images of an alien and claimed that they were real photos so that she could make thousands and thousands of dollars. And she did make thousands and thousands of dollars for doing this. And if you think that's okay or acceptable, I'm not arguing with anybody. People are arguing with me about this. If you think it's okay or acceptable for her to use 100% fake alien images, generate thousands of dollars for herself, then you are part of the problem. There is no defense for her doing this. And she should be forced to give all that money back, especially to people sending her super chats while she's claiming these pictures are real, because she got that money by using deception and deceptive practices. Now she's making more money, adding more layers and layers and layers of lies. Just like she said, she's accusing the CIA of doing that while she's actively doing it, and we can watch her do it in real time. These layers of deception, they help her earn even more money from this now proven 100% fake story that she originally came out with. But I have to give it to her. What a stroke of brilliance, because Linda Moulton Howe made thousands of dollars telling everybody the pictures are real. And now, weeks and weeks later, after she's already made thousands of dollars off of fake alien pictures, she's trying to make thousands and thousands of dollars more by telling you she found the real origin of the pictures. Bull. She didn't find anything. We did. We're the ones with the evidence and the facts. She's the one with these fairy tale stories. The CIA are involved. The men in black must have got to that artist and made him lie about creating them. She keeps adding layers upon layers of deception and irrelevant information to obfuscate and get away from the fact that she first said these pictures were real while she was collecting money from people. She keeps adding all these layers of deceptions, half-truths, more anonymous sources. What are we up to now, Linda? How many anonymous sources? 4 or 5? We've got the anonymous source originally sent her the pictures. We've got the anonymous sources that claimed that somebody sent that artist those pictures from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. We've got more anonymous sources that she won't divulge that looked at those pictures and said, those are actually 100% real pictures of aliens. I'm sure of it. We've got another anonymous source. This is great too. She lies to everybody, saying that somebody left that comment in her video descriptions. Go look at her videos. Where is that comment, Linda? Do you think everybody's that stupid that you can say on a live broadcast, one of our viewers left a comment on our video last week? Where's the comment, Linda? Why doesn't it show up on YouTube? Why is there no comment from this mysterious anonymous source of yours in your video comments? Did you delete it? And if you did, why would you do that? That's proof that somebody actually sent you a message. Nobody sent her a message. Nobody. Find it for me. If I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong, because I spent a great deal of time today going through probably hundreds, if not 1,000 or more comments from her 3 videos looking for this anonymous source of hers that tipped her off about this. So she keeps talking about layers of layers. She keeps talking about the story has many layers. It's all layers of deception that she added on top of the original deception. All these layers are added by her. All layers of deception heaped upon another layer of deception in order for her to keep making money selling this 100% fake story. The evidence of which, the only evidence she had, is now 100% provably fake alien pictures that she used deceptively to make thousands and thousands of dollars with this totally fake story. We all know it's a totally fake story now. These aren't real images. She makes a multitude of factually inaccurate statements in her last show, claiming her tech guy did a reverse image search of the 4-fingered alien hand photo, and it came back to this tragic Lisa McPherson Scientology death. But wrong, because if you reverse image search that alien hand image, and she said the 4-fingered alien hand image is what they used to do a reverse image search to find these autopsy photos of Lisa McPherson. I challenge them, but do it yourself. You're not going to find autopsy photos if you use the 4-fingered alien hand photo like she claimed they use. And here's the fun part. If you take the image we first released here, which was proof it was made from a human hand photo and not an image of a real alien, you do get to the McPherson photo. So she took our evidence and weaved it into her deceptive story. She claims a user sent her that information. Another anonymous source that I'm entitled to my opinion, I don't believe exists, because I looked all through her videos. There's no comment from a user called that. There's no comment like that. There's no comment. She said he commented on their video last week. Where's the comment, Linda Moulton Howe? You think everybody is that stupid? Maybe you should have made a sock puppet account and actually put the comment on the video from last week, but you're lazy and you didn't. Find me that comment, anybody. If I'm wrong, I'll freely admit I'm wrong, but I couldn't find any comment on her video last week from User High Tech because, in my opinion, he likely does not exist. Just another imaginary friend of Linda's feeding her important information. Linda, I challenge you. Let me talk to the person who you claim tipped you off, Linda. Let me interview him. Or is this source just another fake anonymous source like the other 4 or 5, I believe, fake or anonymous sources that you use to generate this garbage peddler alien story? How many fake stories are you up to selling this 100% fake story, Linda? Are we at 5 now, or is this new guy, I think he's anonymous source number 6 that no one else is allowed to talk to, right? And we saw in the beginning of our broadcast, now Linda Moulton Howe claims that her crack tech team is on this and that the photos, if you do a side-by-side comparison, the eyes don't match. So, you know, more muddying the waters, more garbage analysis. That she doesn't have image analysts work for her. Now, granted, neither do I, but we've seen the analysis that Sixth Sense did, and I agree with it 100%. I've done a side-by-side. They're the same thing. She could try to muddy the waters. All of this is all just new garbage piled on top of old garbage so that you stop asking her, why did you use fake pictures of aliens and claim they are real to make thousands of dollars, Linda Moulton Howe? And not only does she make ridiculous claims based off these fake alien pictures as her only evidence, she makes more ridiculous claims, sweeping conspiratorial. There's huge conspiracies here. She makes these claims like E.T. Craft are right now being targeted with energy weapons. Where is her proof of that? It's getting deep in here, Linda, real deep. I need waders to get through this. Then she, of course, she cites the MJ-12 documents as proof somehow of what she's talking about. But those documents have never been authenticated, and to many, they have been debunked as fake documents. But don't let the fact that the documents you are citing for a source to prove your story is somehow true when it's based on fake alien pictures 100%. Don't let the fact that those documents that you're citing as a source are likely fake get in the way of a good fairy tale that you can sell stupid people. So, you know, listen, this whole story is ridiculous, and I'm getting off this crazy train because did you hear this great comment of hers? Raise your fist to the truth. She says raise her fist to the truth literally seconds after she was done lying about all this. She was lying about the images being of real aliens. She was lying about reverse image searches and results of those searches. She was lying about sources that probably do not exist. She was lying about people from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base sending these artists these photos. She was lying, saying that people, high-ranking government officials, looked at these pictures and said, those are pictures of real aliens. She was lying about the artists working for the CIA. She was lying about the artist being paid off, possibly by the Men in Black, to discredit her 14 years ago. She was lying about high-ranking sources telling her that these alien photos were real. These are just more fake anonymous sources, in my opinion. If not, give me their names and phone numbers, Linda. I'll talk to them and verify that they told you that. Nobody told her that. This is all in her imagination. And this is deceptive practices. She's making up sources that don't exist. And you cannot hide behind journalistic integrity and say, well, my source wants to remain anonymous, and I'm going to keep my word to them because I have journalistic integrity. People with journalistic integrity don't double down when they get caught using fake pictures to sell a fake story. She's also, be sure to, it's very important too that we point out that she's lying when she tells you that a remote viewer can somehow authenticate these fake pictures as real. After all, if he was such a great psychic, why did he say that these were pictures of real aliens? Then he told her all about how the alien in the fake picture died. It's absolutely ridiculous. Then she lies and brings him back for more garbage to pile on top of this heap of steaming shit. That's what the story is. It's a heap of steaming shit, this whole story. She's also lying by omission, by not talking about how the remote viewer got it so wrong. But she still brings him back, right? After he was 100% wrong about the fake alien photos being real and how the alien must have died that was in these fake pictures. He was 100% wrong. She still brings him back to pile more garbage on this steaming pile of stuff. She was lying by having a remote viewer tell us all about the alien in the fake alien photos and just how he died in a tragic crash of his alien spaceship. She was lying by saying she cares about the truth, raising her fist saying truth while peddling this absolute garbage and fictitious nonsense. Now, friends, I forgot to do something, and I'm sure that we have Sixth Sense is supposed to be here, and I apologize to him. A little bit of a hectic day with my children all day and all night with me. My wife worked late, just got home. Let's see here. We'll get him the invitation. So let me know what you think in the comments. We've probably got a few minutes maybe before he arrives. Hopefully he's standing by. So but the story's not over, because included with all this heaping pile of garbage was also the fact that some stupid people helped her push this garbage. And you know who I mean. My favorite stupid person, Jimmy Church. Jimmy Church is literally the facilitator of all the disinformation, misinformation, and frauds and fakes and fakers and liars. We've seen him push Corey Good's garbage. We've seen him push Emery Smith's garbage. We've seen him push Sarah R. Adams' garbage, David Wilcock's garbage. He's the guy pushing the garbage cart, right? He's like the fly around the garbage cart. Can I get some of this garbage for me? I need to make some money too. And I know all your stories are garbage, but I need to make some money too. Bzz, can I get some garbage? And he takes in their garbage and lets them repeat their garbage on his show. Even though he says he vets things, how come, let me ask everybody a question. How come Jimmy Church didn't go find this artist? How come Jimmy Church didn't go find the artist and interview him to prove these pictures were real or fake or what the story was? How come we had to do that? Is it because Jimmy Church is a lazy slob and doesn't care if stories are fake or true or not? I think so. Listen, it's one of two things: laziness, incompetence, or willful and purposeful deception. He knew. Let me rephrase that. In my opinion, he probably knew these pictures were likely fake, but he didn't care. He just let his buddy, Linda Moulton Howdy Doody, push these fake pictures, and he didn't ask any critical questions. He didn't go find the artist. We did. He didn't prove these pictures were fakes created by a Brazilian artist in 2008. We did. And each of these people, both Linda Moulton Howe and Jimmy Church, made a huge amount of money off of this story. Thousands of dollars. Linda Moulton Howe made thousands and thousands of dollars. I haven't looked at Jimmy Church's numbers, but he made $1,000 or more off letting her spew this fake garbage. And remember, we talked about this cover-up. There's the cover-up, friends. It's not the government covering up the truth. It's UFO celebrities covering up lies. That's the cover-up. But remember, Jimmy Church always vets his sources, right? Bull. He doesn't vet anything, but he says he does.
I vet everything 3 times before I mention it on the air. If I can't vet something 3 times from a credible published source, I don't speak about it. And that's journalism 101. That's what they teach you in school when you're first starting out. You don't go with one vetted source.
Yeah, he's a journalist, friends. And that's what they taught him in journalism school. Then why doesn't he do it? He didn't vet anything. He did not vet anything. And I'm betting, and here's the deal. You know, some people think maybe I'm being unfair, but I knew 10 minutes after her first broadcast ended, which was before her Jimmy Church appearance, that those photos are fake, and I knew where they came from, and I knew what artist created them and when. He didn't do 2 minutes of work to look into those photos. He just let her run with it because he doesn't care. He doesn't care. As long as it's something that he could sell his garbage products to stupid people. Hey, come and listen to this stupid fake story and buy some stupid fake coffee. Oh, well, actually, the coffee's supposedly real. I can't say it's fake coffee. So, yeah, he vets his sources 3 times, friends. He doesn't talk about anything on his show unless he has 3 sources. Did he have 3 sources confirming that those pictures were real? And by extension, the cover-up continues because now Christina, what's her name? Whatever her name is. Christina, who he does another show with, has to sit there next to him and not mention that he helped Linda Moulton Howdy Doody sell 100% fake alien pictures as real pictures of aliens, right? Christina Gomez, that's her name. Christina Gomez has to sit next to him and keep her mouth shut. Because if she speaks up about this and how wrong it is, she'll lose all the benefits that she gets from Jimmy the Slimeball Church, right? She can't say anything. All the people that work for Linda Moulton Howe, they can't say anything about these pictures being fake. They knew they were fake. Anybody that had the ability to do a reverse image search knew they were fake. Why didn't they warn her? Tell her not to use these pictures because they're fake. They're from a Brazilian artist from 2008. No, there is a cover-up. And you see that the cover-up extends. Now we've got chat room moderators running around. She's got her chat room moderators running around, deleting all the comments, pointing to us where we have the truth. We have the evidence. If she's not doing anything wrong, why does she have to delete chat room comments, pointing people to our shows, giving the real truth? If she's not doing anything wrong, why does she have to delete YouTube comments when people point to our shows here, giving people the real truth? If she was doing nothing wrong, she wouldn't care. But she has to have this echo chamber. She has to silence everybody from knowing that she used 100% fake alien pictures to make thousands and thousands of dollars. Joining me tonight is Sixth Sense. We'll bring him in here. Let me see here. We got him standing by in the green room. We're getting him sobered up, honestly. So,
hey, what's up?
Listen, how do you feel about this? And can we get off this crazy train now? Because I had enough of this, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of work that actually, I mean, given the resources that we have limited, it was really a lot of work. So yeah, I think that this pretty
Thanks,
much
Sixth
puts the
Sense.
nail
That's
in the
nice.
coffee.
Listen, he just nicely said that I'm poor, right?
Well,
Steve's broke, so but he said it nice. Limited resources. Go ahead.
Look,
Sorry. I just
if
want
you,
to comment on that. You gotta tell everybody I'm poor. Thank you, Sixth Sense.
Well, look at, people like, like Linda and Jimmy and whatnot, all of them, they have, probably limitless resources. They have connections to people that can do this stuff. Do the reverse image search, of course. But
I
see, the
think it
thing,
would be fair to say Linda's a millionaire. She's a millionaire. She has
yeah,
to be.
I don't know how rich she is, but she's richer than me. I can probably say that.
Well, she's got a staff of like 4 people, I think. She's got a
Yeah, I
tech
guess.
guy. She's got a guy that works her studio when she does her live streams. She's got another person that works her social media. She's got 3 or 4 employees. So she's got to have some money. We don't have any employees. You know what I do? I call up Sixth Sense and threaten them. I go, listen, I can't do this alone. Get on it. Get on the ball, man. I'll send you some files. Find out some stuff. That's what we do here.
And if I don't work fast enough, he beats me with a whip.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is she was notified, that they weren't real, and that's it. She backtracked. She went ahead and initially said that these are real, authentic, kind of ET stuff, and people bought that. Her fan base bought it because look, remember she ran that poll. 77% thought that they were real. I mean, in doing the reverse image search, obviously, and I want to speak something about the reverse image search. Now, maybe some people don't really know how it works. I mean, it's somewhat complicated. There's like a hash, there's an algorithm that it does. The name matters, the size matters, the colors, the number of colors, a whole mix of things. So it's really not, as easy as that. But they've really gotten good in the past years. And and the thing is look, like we did, if you put in her initial one, you don't come up with the autopsy photos, not at all. And I didn't even notice a
No,
reference to them at all.
she had to use our pictures to do that.
Right, and
And that's another lie by omission. She had to use our picture to do that. Now she can say somebody told her it was an autopsy photo, but she said she used the 4-fingered alien hand photo to find the McPherson photos. I challenge anybody, go try it. You're not going to find the McPherson photos from that 4-fingered alien hand photo. It's too different from the original. We showed the original, but it was blacked out. The tag was blacked out.
Yeah.
Then if you take that photo, you'll find the McPhersons. I tried it earlier today.
And that's what I mean. The algorithm that these reverse image search engines use is not perfect. I mean, and that's the thing. But if you go ahead and you take that image from the McPherson, it comes up all over the place. So it's not a perfect science. And I was really disappointed with Philip, but I have seen people do that, or Philippe. I have seen people do that before.
I'm not here to judge him, because here's the
right,
thing, Sixth
right.
Sense. Artists often take things that they shouldn't and then do things with them that the morality or the ethical line is a little weird. Like one time I was recording a band, and they wanted huge tom drum sounds. And so we sampled In the Air Tonight, the Genesis Phil Collins song.
Oh yeah.
Because that song has huge. And then
massive.
I told them, I'll sample this, but you should credit him or something, or get permission. So to me, I was morally and ethically okay. I did what they asked. It's not really right to just sample people and not say you're sampling them. And that's kind of what he did. He sampled an autopsy photo and then changed it around and made a new artwork out of it.
Well, that's another thing too. She says that they didn't match up, or her tech guy or whatever he is said that they didn't those two images matched up. I mean, they match up perfectly. And you got the video to prove it there. I actually made a better version of it, more detailed. So if somebody wants it, we'll make it available, and you'll ask Steven for it, and I'll send it to him.
Yeah, I'll share it. I'll share it on Twitter so everybody can see it. Sure.
Yeah, it's a perfect match. You can't say that it isn't. And then she did. And then she goes into this was the best part though. She goes right into the James Webb is like a conspiracy, and the aliens are using it or something stupid. Here's the thing. That's what she thinks, that she has it nailed, that she convinced her audience that, well, I kind of made a mistake, but never really admitting it. And it really is an alien, and they really do look like this and stuff. And then immediately after that, she goes into the James Webb stuff, and I didn't hear her mention anything else about that. But, the thing is, I was thinking on going ahead and going to the James Webb. Are aliens really controlling you or something stupid? But that's it. That's how I think that these people work. They try to convince you, and once they think that they got you convinced, then they'll move on to the other thing. It's like the magician's trick, sleight of hand, right? You're over here looking at this, and then all of a sudden we throw this in here. Now you just forgot what that was all doing over there, So and that's cheap. That's not integrity, and that's and I want to mention that too. If she had technicians that could do this reverse image search, why didn't they find the autopsy photos initially anyways?
In the first place. Yeah, because she didn't.
In the first place.
Because number one, you cannot find those autopsy photos from the 4-fingered alien hand photo. It won't match. It's not close enough. It won't come up in any Google or any reverse image search. And I tried 5 of them today. With that image, you don't find the McPherson photos. You only find these McPherson autopsy photos if you use our image that came from Philippe, showing the 5-fingered human hand that he used, the picture that he used, that he based the alien fake hand on. That's the only way you find them. Yeah.
And that's another thing too. Think of how far back that was, and what the internet was like, and what kind of documentation did people do? Did they even tag anything? So it makes it more difficult to search something like that. If it happened within
I'm amazed all his stuff is still there. Like all his writings, from going back years. There's a mountain of content from him.
Yeah.
Blog,
oh my God, he's
a
been
mountain
doing
of it.
Oh, for years of content. And that's the thing. It was a fictional story at the beginning. And I'll admit that initially I was upset. I'm saying, oh man, I did I fail? Did I fail at this? And then I was like, no, I didn't fail, because really the reality is she was calling it of an alien right from the start, an ET, an orange. So I wish, like I said, I wish that Felipe didn't do that, and I wish he would have at least mentioned it to us. But I mean, hey, like you said,
Yeah, and to be clear,
do-
you and I had no reason to do a reverse image search on the human hand photo he sent us, because he just said, here's the photo I based it on. He didn't say it happens to be a real autopsy or something. So, and I honestly didn't think to reverse image search that. I thought that perhaps he had gotten a friend to lay there on the table with their hand and made up the hand.
yeah,
Took a picture. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
So, I'll apologize to the audience. Maybe we should have, but it didn't occur to either of us that was, and I love it. She uses our evidence debunking her fake alien pictures, and then she finds one little piece of information that's actually factual, right?
right.
And she uses that to slither away from this whole pile of steaming crap that she dumped into the community.
Yeah.
Like, look, my crack team of investigators found the true source of those photos, but she's still denying, she made a lot of factually inaccurate statements. Like, she's saying this photo is this four-fingered, this alien photo is a photo of a real human autopsy. And it's not. It's based on that, but it's not the same photo. It's two totally different things. But she's trying to act like I found the source, the real source of these photos. No, you didn't.
And then move on to the James Webb.
Through your teeth, telling everybody these were. And remember, the story keeps changing. That's the hallmark of a hoax. As the hoax falls apart, the story keeps changing. We've seen this happen with alien autopsy, with the Roswell slides. As soon as information starts coming out to show 100% that this is a fake story, they start doing the mental gymnastics. And maybe it was the Men in Black. Maybe it was the CIA. Maybe somebody paid him off. Oh, no, we found them. They're these alien autopsy photos. They're not aliens.
See, that's it. If she would have just stuck with that and then laid that to rest, that would have been okay, right? Nope, she's got to add more to it. So I was like, you fool.
Well, it's great because she just made. Hold on, let me take a look. Well, no, but she made it. I think so, but she made. Let me see.
What's that guy's name? Hold on. Buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy contacted me on Twitter today, by the way.
By the way, we invited him, right? I seen you invite him. We invited the remote viewer to come here because she threw that remote viewer right under the bus. Didn't explain why he was so wrong. It's great.
Oh yeah. So if you're listening, dude, you're more than welcome. I mean, DM us or something or whatever. I'll turn on my Twitter here. I don't have it on right
we'll
now.
send you an invitation. He's welcome to join and
explain
to us why he got it so wrong the first time. Right? I'm amazed she brings him in again, like he got it 100% wrong.
See, Steven, people like Linda and Jimmy, or like Lou for that matter, they would never dare do that. Have somebody to go ahead and play the other side. They only want a one-sided conversation where they get softball questions and they're already preset questions that they're willing to answer. They would never answer questions. I mean, look at Alien Protocols. If you want to come on, ask us anything you want. Anything. It doesn't matter.
We'll be respectful.
Yeah, right. And that's the thing. I almost feel bad for Buddy, to be honest, but look, it was really bogus what he did anyways, because obviously
he backed her up when she got caught lying, saying the photos were real. He came on to do the super duper prover maneuver and say, no, those photos have to be real.
He was bus bait. He was bus bait from that point on.
And listen, I just want to make sure that we mention this. It would appear that if her views track the way they have been, Linda Moulton Howe is going to make a lot of money from this whole thing, and that's the unfortunate part. I don't understand how she can keep that money using fake pictures to sell this whole story.
See, that's the thing. I wonder sometimes if I'm telling people how I found out this, am I helping the people, the fraudsters, by saying, okay, well, we won't be doing that. And she did bring up something, and I caught it right away. She says using the minor as, or the monitor as evidence is wrong. I totally agree. But how many times do you see it? How many times has she used the monitor herself? I mean, we'd have to look back, but how many times do you see people, a picture of a picture of a picture? What the hell good is that? You lost all quality of of the picture itself, or the video for that matter. At least she said that, but and then again she went into just nonsense, and the CIA and the James Webb is taken over by aliens, or I didn't even you know what, at that point when she started talking about that, I hit the fast forward button, and I'm like, is she gonna speak any more about it? I didn't hear any more from it, but
Oh, I listened to the whole thing,
there's
and
3 hours or something.
I just I don't understand. Somebody needs to explain to me. I reach out to law enforcement people to say, like, this is what happened. Can you tell me how is this not consumer fraud? Nobody got back to me.
Right.
And it's important also to note that we have now two other artists. I have two of them. That Linda Moulton Howe has used their artwork without their permission, saying that something was real aliens or a real spaceship,
Yeah,
when
Area
it was
51.
artwork that they created.
Oh
And
my God.
I want to get off this crazy train, but I am going to keep
Yeah.
those people. I'm going to do quick interviews with each of them, just so that they can get on the record and tell their story about how
Right.
Linda Moulton Howe used their images, their artwork, claiming that they were real images. This shows a pattern.
Right.
We've got her 3-4 times now using
Yeah.
fake alien artwork and fake spaceship artwork animation to claim that this is evidence of real aliens.
Yeah,
That shows a pattern of deception and deceit used to fool people so she makes money.
see a perfect example of what happens when she's actually asked the question that she does not want to answer is the Kurt Jamangle interview.
Yeah.
I mean, or Jamangle, I don't know how to say his
Yeah.
name, but
She lost her goddamn mind.
totally 100%. And she took it like, are you insulting me? No, we're asking a question, a
She had
valid
that.
question.
How dare you? How dare you?
And she
I have
busted.
awards.
He
I won
popped up
awards for this
he popped up
garbage.
the image on the screen. I almost died. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, those who are uninformed may remember that we caught her using, before this whole debacle, we also caught her using a 2005 video game cover, claiming that it was a real, genuine alien photo taken on the moon. And when she got caught, all she did was change the wording from genuine gray alien taken on the moon, picture taken on the moon, to alleged gray alien photo taken on the moon.
But
And
see,
she kept all the money.
Look, she did the same thing with this. She considered a actual. They use these catchwords that say, "Well, you're gonna believe that it is because I said actual." And
Yeah,
it's
actual photos of a
it's
gray
so
alien.
dirty.
Sure.
It's dirty. It's dirty. That's
Yeah.
not
Oh, well, back to
journalism.
the money, though. Sixth Sense, we always got to follow the money. I haven't had time, and I'm just crazy enough to do it. I was going to sit through all 3 of her shows. That would be like 6 hours I would have to spend to count up the super chats, because I want to see exactly how much money she made from this garbage peddled story. But I haven't done that. But what I can tell you, based on a very simple analysis, is her first 2 videos got about 85,000 views, which means if the first 2 got 85,000 views, the third one, it's about halfway there. It's going to get 85,000 views too, probably.
Yeah, about 100,000 usually for her.
Yeah, which would mean that Linda Moulton Howe is up to somewhere around $2,500 made from this story. That doesn't count the super chats. And by the way, she's also got that button where people can pay her super chats when she's not broadcasting, the thank you button or whatever. They show up in the
PayPal and all the other.
I saw a bunch of $50 in her comments. They show up in the comments. This does not. So the $2,500 she made selling this garbage peddled story so far doesn't include the super chats. It doesn't include the thank you money that's all over her comments. It does not include PayPal donations, Cash App, whatever else she takes. It does not include people who signed up for memberships to her website, her Patreon, whatever else she has. It's just in YouTube ad revenue so far, $2,500 or more.
Yeah, and then she sends people to her site, so we have no idea of what she made off that, just sending people to her site. It's really dirty. But I mean, look at all of them. I used to think the History Channel was good, Discovery was
Well,
good.
they were
You know,
before they went
it,
to
it,
the alien
and then
stuff.
all of a sudden they
Yeah,
just
it just got terrible.
and that's the day that I finally went ahead and I says, "Oh, this is just bullshit. I can't take no more of this. I'm not even watching anymore because it was so outlandish, and that's what these people are, you know. And I don't want to really say that they're all into put them all into the same basket, but they really are, aren't they? They all talk about the same stupid shit. They all talk about this and this and that. Some of them kind of vary a little bit and say the quantum over here, and some are all on the nerd
The
side,
word
and
salad. You
some
got
are
to
on
bring
the
in the word salad.
yeah,
It makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
I
Jeez.
just want to mention, I want to be very clear with what I'm about to say. I'm not angry at her or jealous because she made all that money, but I just want to make sure that people understand
Right.
that while she was broadcasting lying to people, we were broadcasting here and telling people the truth, showing them the source of the photos. We even got an on the record interview with the author of the images, the guy who created them. And Linda Moulton Howe so far in YouTube ad revenue has made somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,500 or more.
And that's estimated
Yes.
because we can't be sure of that, so
Yes. And it
the
would
thing
appear
is
poor Jimmy
making
Church's Linda
dude,
Moulton Howe thing only got 20,000 views. So just so everybody
wow, that's
understands,
low
we're
for
going to
him,
show
isn't it?
you
Yeah.
Linda Moulton Howe broadcasting complete and total fake alien pictures. She makes $2,500. Jimmy Church rebroadcasting Linda's fake story, not doing any vetting, not interviewing the original
Yeah.
author of the pictures like we did, not doing any research. He made $200 that night because he got about 20,000 views. He made about $200
Buy a
in
lot of
YouTube
coffee.
ad money, and plus all the money from all that crap he's always hawking every 10 minutes on his show, all those ads that he has. So he made money from that as well. Maybe he made 300, 500, I don't know. And then we will end up making we're only talking about YouTube ad revenue now. We will have made $50 for telling people the truth.
And I just want to repeat what we said the other day, that we're not telling people don't do this, but be notified of what you're getting into. Look at what these people are doing and what they're selling you. I mean, clearly it's a in my opinion, it's a garbage product. In my opinion, if you choose to do it, that's up to you. But just be aware of what these people are doing. And speaking of Jimmy, I find it funny because so many people say that too. They're like, he never vets anything. You know what? Some time ago, he used to do it a little bit more. He'd watch the chat, and then if somebody kept, saying the same thing, or a bunch of people
he would
kept asking the
address
same
some.
question,
He doesn't
yeah,
care
not
now.
anymore though. Now he hates the chat. I mean, in my opinion, he hates the freaking chat. He won't answer anything from that. He'll go ahead and he'll post to it once in a while. But
and I want to know, these people sending Jimmy Church super chats while he's doing that. Do you care that you send him money and he did zero work? Does anybody care? I don't think anybody cares. They're going to send him money. It's like, give me that next shot of hopium that the aliens are real.
Yeah.
And here's some money for the fairy tales and the fake information that you're peddling. Jimmy Church is the king of helping people peddle fake information. This is a perfect example. He let her go on his show with 100% provably fake alien pictures and tell everybody they were real.
See,
then
that's
she got
right.
into the CIA and the government.
Oh my
There's
God,
this huge
right.
cover-up. The cover-up is Jimmy Church, Linda Moulton Howe, and by extension, even Christina Gomez, keeping their mouths shut about Linda Moulton Howe using 100% provably fake alien photos to sell fake stories. That's the real cover-up here.
See, wouldn't that be why Jimmy banned everybody on Twitter? Because on Twitter you can't just remove a comment, whereas on YouTube you can. And hey, I want to say thanks to everybody that supported the show yesterday. Of course, we're not looking to go ahead and harass people. That's certainly not the case. But ask them the hard questions.
No, and I always say this
ask
too.
them the hard questions.
If you're going to comment on another person's show and point back to us, be respectful, because if you're nasty to them or really, just nasty, they will use that against us. They will say, we sent you to be nasty. We're sending trolls. No, I'm sending people to ask questions. It's perfectly acceptable to ask questions,
Right.
except in Linda Moulton Howe's chat where all your questions get deleted if they don't like them.
And
Jimmy Church's chat where all your questions get deleted if they don't like them. We have a free speech zone here. People are allowed to talk.
Well, that's the thing too. Yeah, absolutely.
We let it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry, I talked over you there, buddy. And that's the thing, not everybody was from here. I mean, or the people asking the question. There was other people that I didn't notice in our chat and stuff. So thank you very much for supporting the show. I mean, that really means a lot. And
I owe you $10, by the way. Somebody sent a certain amount of money and they said split this off. So I owe you and Spooky $10. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get it to you.
Oh my God.
I gotta go rob my child's piggy bank though. But we'll get your money.
Shake it and see. Oh yeah, it's about 5. He'll take that.
Absolutely, David Buckner. We encourage everybody to be fair but firm when asking your questions. That's how I do it. Be fair, but be firm. Don't be running there. You're, not ad hominem attacks to questions. Ask them questions. They hate it.
That's it though. But if you're being honest, it's easy to answer questions. It's easy. It's it's so easy. But when you're lying, you got to remember back. Okay, did I lie about this? What did I lie about that? What did I lie about this?
She's losing track. She's not smart enough to do this.
I'm almost thinking, and I don't know, and I don't want to suggest that it is, but I'm thinking myself personally that she has somebody else running the show for her or giving her, okay, we're going to talk about this, we're going to talk about that. It's not out of the ordinary, but I don't think that she's doing it herself. Personally, that's my opinion. But, because it's really a mess. Oh my God! If she just shut up, she would have been okay, but she couldn't. Nope, got to go into it. And then she went into
you're gonna be around to keep me honest. If I ever make a mistake like that,
I do.
Get me aside. If I ever make a mistake like that, and hey, I could get excited and think I have some really, real images or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
If I ever do that, first of all, you got to help me vet anything before I make a dumbass out of myself.
I'll tell you. And
second of all, if I still went and made a dummy of myself, you got to get me aside and say, Steve, just admit that you made a mistake, apologize, say you'll do better going forward, you'll try harder, you're sorry this happened, and move on. She can't do that. Her ego won't let her. Her ego is so huge. All my awards. I'm an award-winning journalist. Award-winning journalists don't use fake alien pictures that are easy to find on the internet to sell a fake story. It's ridiculous.
It's actual. It's actual, Stephen. It's actual.
Alien, yes.
What the hell? And that's it too. And that's why I mentioned about I thought I let you down by not finding that in the searches, but I did it again and I did it again. I did it across multiple searches and I didn't come up with it. And that's exactly what I did. I went back to the original picture that everybody got, and that's what I used. And I didn't come up with it. So I it's not perfect doing research, but if you feel that maybe you could have had something wrong, just say it, because if you hide that years down the line, it's going to come back to haunt you. It's going to come back to haunt you. So just be straight up and honest. And I don't see that in a lot of these what I call grifter channels. I don't see that. They can't admit that, because if they did, there goes all their funding. People are going to leave.
This whole thing does make me kind of sad though, because we're working very hard here. We give people real facts, real evidence, real research. We get to the truth, or we do our very best to get to the truth whenever at all possible. We bring people the truth of the story. And what do we get? We get pennies compared to these guys.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, and I probably never will understand it. You would think that somebody that was giving you really good advice would be on the top, kind of thing, and the people giving you garbage would be on the bottom.
Complain. We're growing here. It's just happening too slow for me. I have lost my patience for the growth that I think I deserve. And part of that is, of course, you know, like people are in the comments going, "Oh, you should have a lot more subscribers." Great. So like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Right,
Send
right.
these videos to your friends. Ask them to subscribe. If you know anybody into this strange, weird stuff, send a video to them and say, please subscribe to him. Help us to spread the message. Because if we let these clowns win, I mean, imagine all of these fake stories that we have busted here on Truth Seekers. If we weren't here, there would be tons more victims of these fake stories, tons more people sending money to people that they shouldn't send money to, in my opinion. I'm glad that we're here, you know?
Yeah. You know,
I just wish for even, I just want the playing field to be even. If Jimmy Church can make $200 selling lies, I should be able to make $200 telling people the truth, because we have the truth on our side. Why is he making $200 peddling lies when we're peddling the truth and we can prove it, and we get a fraction of that?
The only thing I really, especially recently, the only thing I really ever see Jimmy do is ask a softball question, and then when they answer, whether they answer truthfully or not, or completely, he just moves on to the next question. He doesn't go back and say,
and then
well,
he just let her ramble for so long. I listened to that, and I wanted 45 minutes at least back, because she talks about, oh, you know, I was in college and what happened in college. What, who cares?
Yeah.
You know?
See, look at Joe, a new member, by the way. Thank you, Joe. He says,
new member. Thank you, Joe.
People love fantasy. You know what? That is so true. So true. And I've mentioned to other people before, I've listened to Coast to Coast. I've listened to Linda for years and years and decades. You know, and I never once, I mean, personally, I never once looked at it as truth. I've never, it was always a story to me. It was entertainment time. I'd listen to it at nighttime when I went to sleep. And I
can't lie. I used to listen to Linda when I went to sleep for a while.
Yes.
For a long time when I had insomnia. Coast to Coast, I have insomnia, you know, and it's comforting. Like, oh,
it
aliens.
Is.
Yes,
yeah,
there is.
You know, I think it's the I think it's the AM, you know, fading in and out a little bit. Yeah, and it's soothing. I don't know what it is about it. Man. And the thing is I've listened to all the stories, but I never really ever looked at them as true. So, you know, maybe I'm not as knowledgeable as a lot of you. I see a lot of you people in the UFO field and the alien field and all of these kind of fields are way more knowledgeable about these things than me. You know, I was a technical guy. You know, I dealt with computers since I was 10 years old, you know, that's a long time ago.
Six is a computer nerd like me. I want to mention big thanks to Lord Ludicrous Plaid, who sent a $4.99 super chat. He says, great show tonight. I busted a rib laughing so hard. Keep up the great work. We will, and thank you, Lord Ludicrous, for your longtime support and for helping us to praise the cash. It is much, much appreciated.
He's got to do a Trixie now. They love I gotta say, Trixie's awesome. I love her. She's just beautiful.
You know what? I'll do that. Well, I have one somewhere here. Oh yeah, here.
This is an exclusive just coming in from our UFO exclusives desk here at Truth Seekers. Suspicious lights have been spotted above the White House, and I need you all to get out your telescopes and point them in the direction of the White House, because I think you are going to see something absolutely incredible and totally real. That sounds like such a plausible story that us on Truth Seekers have just got to cover it. Back to you, Stephen.
Thank you, Trixie.
Oh my God, she's so good. She messaged me the other day thanking me and stuff, so that was cool. You know, I see.
Yeah, we got some new bumpers from her, and she's gonna be in this Honest UFO conference. And by the way, Six Cents, next week we're gonna debut a new character here. Nick Nope. As in,
God.
I ran a government British UFO program. Nope.
Nope.
I investigated cattle mutilations for the British government. Nope. I investigated alien abductions for the British government. Nope. I investigated crop circles for the British government. Nope. He's Nick Nope.
Yeah. Oh my God, no. Nope.
Nope. Yeah, I got him and Billy Carson to go. But I got to be careful with Billy Carson, or his lawyer will threaten me again. Yeah, but I think we're covered under. I don't want to get threatened by. Actually, he was a very nice guy. He was fair. Billy Carson's lawyer. Long story. Anyway, we're going to be doing a Billy Carson character too, but I got to be,
Yeah,
very
I have
careful.
by the way, I have a really unusual video that Carson did while he was on Jimmy, and it was really on the creepy side. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I'll send it to you so you can look for yourself.
Oh,
But
that sounds like my kind of
oh
thing.
my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
it's no surprise that the third phase frauds are pushing Billy Carson's garbage documentary on the Black Knight satellite, which has
Oh,
been debunked for 20 years or
billion
more.
times.
It's so debunked. There's nothing to that story. We did a show on the Black Knight satellite, and it's a fairy tale constructed by a bunch of different disconnected so-called evidences that isn't evidence. It's ridiculous.
It was in the
And of
early
course,
days.
the third phase of Fraud Brothers are helping Billy Carson push that garbage. And of course, Rich from Goof On, third phase of Fraud's fluffer, is keeping his mouth shut. It's part of the cover-up. Rich from Goof On has to keep his mouth shut when third phase is pushing fake shit.
That was
And
in the
I'll
early
debate
days.
him. We can have a debate on the Black Knight satellite and whether it's a true story or not.
Yeah. Why? I mean, I don't think people like that even want to come on shows like this because they're going to be asked questions. Granted, look, he come into the chat there, and that was cool. Everybody, and I was nice to him, and he was nice to me, so that's cool, and I really respect that. But you got a voice too, dude. If you people think that we won't ever hear you, you got another thing coming. We'd rather hear you. I mean, and that's the thing, though. They don't want to be, they want to be softballed to death.
And they use that excuse that we're rude or we're nasty. And
Oh,
I don't know if
thanks,
anybody
man.
noticed. But I'm on 50-something days of not drinking. And I think I've become kindler and gentler. I'm haven't screamed as much. I'm not yelling and screaming every night anymore. I'm calmer. We're always nice and respectful to the guests. I appreciate them, people who are brave enough to answer real questions. And I respect them for doing it. And new member Joe K, by the way, thanks Joe K for becoming a member. All you people, there is a join button and you get some added benefits on YouTube. Plus you get all the Patreon benefits. It's $5 a month. Joe K just became a new member. Welcome, new member Joe K. Thank you for your support. He asks, are you going to chat with Wayne again? No, because once we got off that crazy train, you could see there's a getting off the Angeli crazy train show. I take in as much bull as I can. And then there reaches a point where I can't take any more of the bull. So I got to check out. And that's what we did in several cases, including this one tonight. We're checking out of this crap show. But thank you, Joe K. We appreciate you.
And another thing that actually helps too is the comments down underneath the videos. If you watch it later or if you just come back, just say something, anything. I mean, that totally helps and that pushes us up in the algorithm. So
yeah, and I want to thank Al Warrior for a kind and generous $5 super chat, who says the Black Knight space blanket. That's what it was. Go talk to people who work for NASA or have seen those space blankets. It was absolutely the most famous image of the so-called Black Knight satellite is absolutely been proven by real image analysts to be a space blanket.
There's so much space junk up there. It's ridiculous. And I believe it's NASA, actually at the NASA site that you can go to. And they'll show you.
You ever see that? You ever see that map of it?
Debris.
Oh my God. I wonder how anything stays up there.
Yeah.
Like, why isn't the International Space Station getting pelted and destroyed constantly? Well, even a pebble going at that speed could destroy half of that space station. It's amazing that they navigate around all that.
Oh yeah,
junk.
my God. Yeah, so and that's what you'll end up getting. You'll end up getting people that are saying that, that it must be an alien or something. I mean, and like the ice particles that are up there. I mean, it's up there. It's up there.
Oh, I forgot to mention Design. We want to thank 5x5 News for that clip of Linda Moulton Howe singing "Hoax, I Did It Again."
Oh no,
that came from. Good. I stole it from you, Mike. I stole Mike's clip. I did. I'm sorry. I forgot to mention, and I forgot to put a thank you, but I'll put it in the description of the video along with a link to his channel.
Yeah.
And you know what? I thought, I can't use that because I'll get that'll get a claim, but I'll cut it out of the show later. That was so funny and so good. I wanted to include it.
Oh, good luck pronouncing that name. You're good at that, though.
No, I got this one.
Marina?
It's Marina Mavroginas.
There you
Good
go.
to see you back again, Marina Mavroginas. Haven't seen you around in a while. Don't be a stranger. Thank you for coming tonight, and thank you for a kind, generous $3 super sticker purchase. Longtime show supporter, Marina Mavroginas. The first time she super chatted, I mangled her name, but she's been a longtime show supporter, always throwing a couple bucks in our hat with her generosity and support for the show. And eventually, I learned to get her name right. So thank you, Marina. We appreciate you and honor your pledge. Thank you.
You know what? I hadn't mentioned it before, or maybe I had at some point. But after all of that stuff with Wayne and Angelia and stuff, and by the way, go back and check the Angelia videos.
Remember, you got to include that somebody threatened to sue me over that story too.
Oh, geez, God. Yeah, that's right. But
I'm like a legal pincushion. You know, they just keep on. People just keep on threatening me with lawyers and lawsuits, but we have the truth on our
talked
side.
with him after all of that stuff for a little bit of time, anyways, and he just totally turned the other way. And I'm like, all right, whatever, you know.
Well, I think he wanted to put it behind him too. So.
Maybe that too, maybe. Yeah, I suppose. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him, you know. But he totally turned sour on me. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, this elegant pause may be right. I rushed those videos into production just to get them for the show tonight. So I apologize. I have to get better studio monitors because the ones that I have, it sounds fine, and then people say that the music is too loud, and then I find myself turning the music down too much because I'm worried that, you know, it's the whole thing. We're a work in progress here, but we do take suggestions, and I listen to everybody.
Steven, you're not a millionaire. You can't afford all that good equipment like some people we know.
Well, you know, listen, I have no complaints because what people don't know, Sixth Sense, is that I have spent almost all the money, every penny of the money that comes in, I have spent on the show. Backdrops, microphones. I got a laptop. I got an iMac because the screen's easier for me to read. I got, lighting equipment, or we pay for the software. Most of the money that somebody who claimed to be Nick Pope's grandson was complaining to me in the comments, like, you make money too. And I pointed out to him that all of our money goes back into the show. And by the way, we'll be expanding again in 2 areas soon. We're going to be streaming to more locations. We're going to be HD, and there's some new stuff coming. We might be on some smart TVs soon in different apps. I'm working on that.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll get a little bit smarter now. Hey, maybe it's a conspiracy that we're doing this stuff, Steven. You know, and you know what? When she talked about COINTEL or I almost
That's another layer. That's another layer. Now it's a COINTELPRO psyop.
What did she say exactly? I can't remember. Anyways, or disinformation. We're apparently we are.
Yeah, I love how she's accusing the government of a disinformation campaign as she's using 100% provably fake images of aliens, right? Actual alien, actual.
You know what? She'll try to slither out of this one too. Mm-hmm. She'll try to slither out of this one. You know.
Well, no, that's why tonight is perfect for us to get off the crazy train, because I think she announced she's taking the month off, so we don't have. There won't be any new. That was her last explanation of this. Sorry, I used fake alien pictures, but we found the true source of one of them, thanks to Steve Cambion and Truthseekers and The Sixth Sense, and that artist who kindly gave us the evidence we used to provide our fake evidence. It's just great. It's just great. She should break us off some of that money, right?
Yeah. Well, if she wants, I mean, it'd be nice. I don't think it'll happen, but you never know.
I can't believe she made $2,500 in ad revenue from 100% fake alien pictures. It makes me sad. It really does. It really does. We all want the world to be fair, but unfortunately, what did Rocky say in the last movie? Life ain't all sunshine and rainbows, you know? And somebody can get away with this, and that's why they keep doing it. There's no consequences. I'm told I don't encourage anybody to report somebody's YouTube channel. I don't think it's a good idea for me as a show host or a YouTube channel content creator to suggest somebody report another channel. So I didn't suggest that, But people messaged me. A bunch of people reported her for that video for using deceptive practices. It's still up, and she keeps making more money.
Sometimes
Doing
it
it
takes them
again.
sometimes it
Yeah.
takes them a little to get to it anyways. And and here's another thing. People talk about, well, I got all 3 strikes at the same time. I'll tell you just how it happens. Here they do, when they finally get around to it, they get a package, all of these reports from that channel. So they don't just get like one report from here and then another month they get a report from there. When they go ahead and they view that channel, they get all the reports at the same time that are currently. So people will say, oh, well, I got 3 strikes in a row. How does that happen? Well, that's how it happens. I've worked in some really huge computer companies, internet companies, this and that, worldwide actually. And one of them was international. The other 2 were national. So, and I know what happens on the inside. And yeah, I don't got a degree like he does, but I got a lot of experience doing it. So somebody had mentioned, I want to make this statement here. Somebody had mentioned in the chat that they seen me on this channel called Scammer Payback. Here they go ahead, they find the scammers that are calling you up. They go ahead and they expose them. They do all this. It's really cool. I'm really all for that stuff. So, and that's the thing. They're doing their job over there on the phone side and all the mobile type sides and this and that. And we're trying to do our best over here on this side. So, I just always have wanted to do that stuff, and I do that stuff. So it's really no big deal for me to do this. A lot of work, some of it, especially the old stuff. The old stuff is like, oh my God, it's like pulling teeth out of a dinosaur. What the hell? My Lord. So, hey, Steven, I'm gonna head out here.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap
and
things up here. I just
yeah,
got a few more things to do, and
all
done
right.
for the week. We put in a good week. I'm proud of
Yeah,
the work that we did this week. Thank you
yeah.
for all your help and assistance.
Good stuff, man.
Much appreciated. And I owe you $10. So there's good news.
All right, buddy.
Right?
All right, we'll see you later, dude. Yeah.
All right, great. And I want to make sure that I recognize and thank. We have a kind and generous $10 pledge from PayPal. From Mike, who says, came across you recently, keep exposing the grifters, good luck. And a kind and generous $10 pledge from PayPal. I can remind everybody that I'm a terrible salesperson, but if you want to support the show, there's a few ways you could do that. The first, of course, is to throw some money in our hat. There's a money button down there, the super chat, or you can get a super sticker. We take Cash App, PayPal. The instructions to do that are in the description of the video. The other way is to become a Patreon supporter for as little as $1 a month. We give everybody early access to some of these production videos we use in the live show. I do a monthly audio journal. I give away for free all of my music on Patreon. All of the music that I create, both for the show and otherwise, goes on Patreon. And if you become a channel member here on YouTube and hit the join button. So Patreon is $1 or more a month, and the YouTube membership here is $5, and you get some YouTube benefits as well as getting all the Patreon links. I put them in the community section for members only here. Let me see. 5x5 News says, Cambion, you have definitely achieved next level status, and your work is much appreciated. Well, thank you for your kindness. I appreciate it. Every once in a while, I start feeling down and somebody says something nice, and that's probably what keeps me going at this, right? Ronnie Bostic says she has warriors that ruthlessly defend her. It's crazy, and they're the ones she's cheated the most. Unfortunate, but true, likely true, right? And I want to thank Sixth Sense and, of course, Spooky for all their help and assistance to produce the show. It is much appreciated. Mario's Takeo says, we need more people to learn the truth on the BS ufology. Well, the sad truth is that I'm still a believer, but I believe that we need to rid these grifters, these people willing to do this level of garbage peddling. They need to be cut from this thing like a cancer. That's what I believe. And then the real work can begin. If we're not all wasting time with garbage peddlers and garbage fake information and disinformation, we'll all have more time, every researcher would, to get to the truth of the mystery, which is why I started down the rabbit hole. And isn't it interesting that I have been doing this publicly for probably 8 years, running a show of one form or another. I think 8 years. And when I started, I thought, I'll get to these UFO experts, and in a year or two, I'll have this whole thing figured out. Boy, was that a stupid statement. A member, Annie Kurtz, says Linda Moulton Howe at times sounds like a cult-like figure. Her people get very defensive. Stockholm syndrome. Cannot listen to logic. Yes, I've seen that firsthand in the comments. And thank you, Annie Kurtz, for your kindness, generosity, and support by being a channel member. Cosmic Hoagie is here, and he says, or Cosmic Neighbors is here, and he says pierogi. I'm Polish. Don't be a pierogi, and it's pierogi if you're Polish. Don't be a pierogi tease, okay? Mark D. Truthseeker is here. Longtime show supporter says, yeah, I will agree. Stephen and the others like Spooky and Six do some tenacious and relentless work trying to find the truth. Well, thank you. We are glad that somebody appreciates it, right? The mystery is precision tooling, according to Niceland. Well, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Maybe you should elaborate on that. King of Hugo Mundo says very true on that. Al Warrior with another kind and generous 99-cent super sticker. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. Longtime show supporter. Al Warrior has been here since I was doing an audio podcast that only 4 people listened to. I think he was one of them. So Al Warrior also says, I stopped watching some channels because they are just ridiculous. Yeah, it just gets worse. It's possible Linda might not have as much money as some of the internet sites say if she used to be in the Church of Scientology. Lots of donations. I never heard that she was a Scientologist, but I did hear, well, I don't want to repeat salacious rumors, but she was cohabitating, is that the right word for it? Or canoodling? Or she was banging somebody that was in the Church of Scientology, or so I was told. But that's rumors and speculation. Take from that what you will. Elegant Pause 1 is here and says, she is gullible, the very thing that she got pissed off for when Kurt brought it up. Yeah, she didn't like being called. She didn't like being called anything gullible, right? Joe K is here and says, I just started watching Pierogi's Scammer Payback. Good stuff. Oh, and we have Elish the Avalon is here. Welcome. Or is it Eilish? You got to tell me how to say your name so I don't always mangle it. Eilish the Avalon. I think that's it. And great name. Says, I appreciate your tenacity, Steve. And I appreciate you being here for the live broadcasts. You help us to make sure that it's not just a big sausage party. We're always happy for the ladies to be here. You know, I think we're going to do ladies' night one night. I'll get those crystal hippie bitches to come here. Maybe that'll be a fun thing to do, right? Sixth Sense, got a question? Please use caps. Yes, I did see. Okay, Nye Slant says manufacturing advanced metamaterials required precision tooling, amigo. Yeah, you're right. It does require. I'm pretty good at building stuff, Nice Lamp, but I'm terribly sloppy. Look at this. Oh, I'm not even going to show you. There's something I'm building off in the corner, and it looks a mess, but it works. Pinzer Flack term high again. Yes. I can run her BIR and TIO and find out. I would like that. We like information here, 5x5 News. Get with me off air. I have heard some Mormons say they think she was actually Mormon for a while. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if that's the case, but I don't know how. You know, Mormons basically believe in aliens. They think when you die, you're going to get your own planet, but only in certain circumstances. And if the, you know, it's a weird religion. But then again, I grew up Catholic, and listen, Christianity in itself is weird. Okay, we're going to believe that God came to earth in the form of man, and then he died on a cross and came back 3 days later. You know, came back to life. All religions are strange and require an awful lot of faith to believe in them. Nice Lant wants ladies' night. I thought somebody said something in the live chat and I didn't want to miss it. It was about another show host, I thought. Maybe I did miss it. I'm going to go back in the live chat. Let me see if I can't find that comment. 1 second, please bear with me. Oh, there we go. It was Pinzer Flack term. I got it wrong. Going off the rails on a crazy train. Absolutely. We're getting off the crazy train tonight. Luckily for me, she's going on vacation, so there won't be any rebuttals to our rebuttals. We get the last word. And here's the last word. Linda Moulton Howe verifiably 100% used 100% fake artist-created images to sell a fake story about aliens and made thousands and thousands of dollars. That's my last word on her and her fake fairy tale stories. She should be ashamed of herself. And I don't understand how she has a conscience. Like, what does she do? Wake up in the morning, look at herself in the mirror and say, I did real good selling those fake alien pictures to stupid people today. And I made thousands of dollars with my fake story based around these fake alien pictures. I'm a good person. Like, how do you justify that? And all these people are sending her money for this? She should have to give everybody the money back. That's my personal view. I'm entitled to it. I don't think she should be allowed to keep money people sent her while she was telling everybody that those were real pictures of aliens. It's deceptive at best, and it's fraud at worst. Has Kurt interviewed Greer yet, or has Greer chickened out? Nobody knows what happened with that. It got canceled or rescheduled, but many people have speculated that Stephen Greer saw all of the questions, including mine, those questions that people wanted Kurt from Theories of Everything to ask Stephen Greer were in a public Twitter thread and a public YouTube community discussion thread. I think, and so do many people have told me they believe as well, that Stephen Greer saw those questions and knew he wasn't getting a softball interview and he was going to have to answer some hard questions and back down. I have not. I'm going to ask Kurt why that was canceled or rescheduled. If he has a reply for me, I'll let everybody know. But I don't know exactly why. Yeah. B. Baker says Greer chickened out. Well, I don't think he wanted to answer questions about his finances and about the money he collects in crowdfunding and about the money he collected for his charity that was supposed to produce a free energy device and apparently produced nothing. So, I don't know, friends. That's where we're at. I am heading to the cabin. A lot of you have asked me, is the sunroom done yet? And can you see pictures? It's almost done. Of course, it's been almost done for 2 or 3 weeks now. I decided to do something I never do, which is, and my wife is making fun of me for this right now. I decided to order stuff from Amazon and actually decorate the finished room. And that means a couple statues, some paintings, some tin signs that look like they belong in a cabin. And unfortunately, some of this stuff takes 3 weeks to get there. I got some of it. I'm going to hang it up. But I think that the sunroom will not be totally finished this weekend, but next weekend for sure it will be. And when it does, as soon as this sunroom is finished, I will be doing a live show right from the sunroom, and I will have a second webcam that I can walk around with and show you the whole sunroom completed. I've been building a dream. It's taken me forever to build this cabin, but you know, I thought about it. My mother-in-law was just at the cabin, and I always feel better when my mother-in-law likes the cabin. So she came, and she was very impressed with the new room. It's just about done. Said I did a great job on it. And she said, boy, that's a lot of your time to do this, though. And I said I would be watching TV or vegging or playing video games with all that time if I wasn't there building this dream, this cabin that I've always wanted to build. So to me, it's time well spent. When I'm on my deathbed, I don't want to have regrets. I don't want to say, damn it, I should have did that. I should have, pursued that dream. My dream was to build a cabin somewhere in the woods. I'm doing it every weekend. and might take another year. I think I'm hopeful. I got to put one more room on it, but it's going to be a big room. And if you want to look for what I have in mind, just Google cabin great room, and then you'll know what I have in store for myself. And I also got to put a front porch on and a patio on the front. So it might be another year before I'm finished with this cabin, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I think it's coming out beautiful, and I'm going to hand it down to my children when I'm gone. And I'm making such amazing memories with my wife and my children there. Every weekend we go there and we make great memories. And when I'm gone, I'm hopeful that my children will make memories with their children there. That's my hope for the place. I'm going to be giving it to my son, Xavier. Some of you are aware that my older son is 10 years old, but he's nonverbal autistic. He couldn't care for the cabin or, but Xavier will probably get the cabin. He's 5 now, or 6, I'm sorry. And he knows. He's like, I'm getting this cabin someday, Dad. He's been helping. He helped collect rocks when we did this rock project around the cabin front and cement work. So, if you have a dream, though, I would encourage you to go pursue it. Time is short. I've been building this cabin for 5 years. I'm more than halfway done it. I'm sure I'm at least more than halfway done. It's going to be another year, maybe. But of course, I said that last year. In another year, I'll be done. Who knows? I'm going to keep adding on to it. I got one more place I can do one more bump out, and that's the back of it. So we're going to make one more big room, and we'll see what happens. So we put in a great deal of work this week, and I'm proud of the work that we did, and I'm proud of the people helping me do that work, who worked really hard to make this show great. I'm also so thankful for all of you that come here and support our efforts, that share our videos. Please share our videos, send them to some friends. And if you happen to be listening in audio podcast land, don't let me forget to remind you that you're missing half the fun. We love, appreciate, and honor all of you people listening to the audio podcast, but we want you to come on over here to YouTube. So go to youtube.com, hit the search button, and put Truth Seekers, one word. The first thing that pops up is this weirdo with sunglasses. That would be me, your host, Stephen Cambion. Go to our channel, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you too will know when we're doing live broadcasts taping for the audio podcast. And you can come here and be a part of our fun live interactive chats. You can ask questions. We have a free speech zone. You heard me tonight talk about the fact that these grifters that are doing things like selling people fake alien pictures as actual pictures of aliens, they have to closely monitor their chat and delete comments they don't like, delete questions they don't like. They have to closely monitor all their YouTube, videos and what people are saying in the videos. They have to delete people's comments. They have to ban people from their channel. We don't have to do any of that because we've got the truth on our side. After all, the show's called Truth Seekers. What good would our show be if we started acting like that and censoring people whose opinions we don't like? All we ask is that everybody be respectful of each other, and that's it. You can have a voice here. You can ask me any question. You can message me, and I'll answer questions. We share our sources. If you want some of the sources or the information that we're sharing to construct our stories here, we put them on a Google Drive for people. I do it all the time. We share this information. We have nothing to hide. Others, like Linda Moulton Howdy Doody and Jimmy Needs Church, can't say that. They have to live in an echo chamber because they can't stand what they really can't stand. They cannot stand the people who are fooled, finding out what they're up to. That's why when somebody posts my show in their comments or in their live chat, they immediately delete it. You think they want people knowing that we've got the truth here while they're peddling lies at them, at their audiences? No, friends, let me die on my sword before I start lying to you. I truly feel that way. Like You know, and some people have warned me, you know, the longer you do this, you're going to cave one day and start selling bull. I hope not. You know, so far I've resisted the dark side, right? And I am not a part of this UFO cover up we keep talking about. Not the government covering up the truth about UFOs, but the UFO celebrities covering up all the lies in the stories they tell. That's the real cover up. And we are not part of that cover up. We haven't fallen to the dark side. In fact, we are the antidote for that UFO cover up. We expose these people, and they should be. They should be exposed for what they're doing. People should know what they're buying when they send these people money or buy their products. I pray every day that I don't become a garbage peddler like all these people, right? And we have Banjo Queen here. Great user ID saying calling women crystal hippie bitches is disrespectful. Banjo Queen, under normal circumstances, you would be correct. However, those crystal hippie bitches that I'm calling crystal hippie bitches are my friends, and they think it's funny. We joke around with each other. They know I'm kidding them when I call them crystal hippie bitches. In fact, I was just in their live chat earlier tonight, and I was saying that these crystal hippie bitches have terrible guests because they have Ron from the Cosmic Neighbors channel. They must have been scraping the bottom of the barrel. Couldn't get anybody better. I appreciate what you try to stick up for them, Banjo Queen, but really those people are my friends. You can go ask them. They laugh when I do it. They think it's funny. They call me the world's calmest UFO show host. They gave me an award for it and everything. We joke back and forth. And to some people, how they show affection. I'm from Philadelphia, and how Philadelphia men show affection is busting balls. If I bust your balls like them, I call them crystal hippie bitches. It's because I like them. It's a form of affection. I know that's hard to get your brain around unless you grew up in a place like Philly and New York where that's very common, right? And just like Ron from Cosmic Neighbors, I'm saying he's the worst guest you could possibly get on your show. Why would you have Ron from Cosmic Neighbors on your show? Couldn't you get anybody better? Couldn't you get anybody else? He knows I'm busting his balls too. So the term crystal hippie bitches is not used in a derogatory sense, but rather in a jovial, joking, I'm kidding with them. I'm going to check in one more time. We want to make sure that we don't miss anybody. Just so everybody is aware, we read each and every single super chat or pledge sent to us through either Cash App or PayPal. The instructions to do that are in the description of this video. So that's really, look at that. I got $20 Canadian from Richard too, as well. I want to thank you for your kindness, your generosity, and your support. But you sent me something that I've never seen before, but it's got instructions for how to deposit my $20. So I guess this is some kind of deposit transfers. I don't know. I'll get with Richard, but thank Richard for his kindness, his generosity, and his direct support of the show. He mentioned that he wanted to send it directly, not through YouTube, which, by the way, if you are going to send a large gift, the best way to do it really is through PayPal, because YouTube, the percentage is something like 30, and PayPal it's like 1%. So we appreciate those people who don't mind sending it through PayPal. Again, instructions in the description. So, that's where we're at, friends. And this is where we find ourselves. We find ourselves with me being able to say, I'm getting off this Linda Moulton howdy doody crazy train. I've had enough. And I do want to be very clear in saying that for those people defending her using fake alien pictures this time, you may be interested to know that we can prove that she used an artist's fake images of aliens or spaceships animations that were created with computer graphics 3 other times. And we've got all the receipts to prove that. And in fact, I'm going to have some interviews with those other artists that she stole artwork from and peddled fake garbage stories. Oh, let me rephrase that. we're going to have interviews with those other few artists whose work she used to sell fake stories about real aliens using their artwork of fake aliens as her evidence. Is that clear? And let me just correct. I'm not insinuating she stole their artwork. I'm insinuating, and we have the valid proof, overwhelming evidence that she indeed used their artwork, then was notified that this is artwork, it's not real, and she continued. Just like in this story. So this is a pattern, friends. She's done this over and over and over again. I can also connect you with people who made some crop circles, and she claimed those crop circles were made by aliens. They went to her. They told her, we hoaxed this. We made these crop circles. They're fake. She went right on selling the story. It's part of the Cosmic Con Shuffle. We've talked about the Cosmic Con Shuffle. And let me be very clear. One of the rules of the Cosmic Con Shuffle is when you get caught really badly, or really goodly, depending on your point of view, really good caught. When you get caught really badly, 100%, with your pants down, selling fake alien stories with fake evidence, what you got to do is you got to grab all the money. You grab all the money first. You grab all the UFO dollars you can. And then you got to shuffle away. You got to shuffle away and take a break for a while so everybody forgets about that 100% provably fake alien story that you peddled at stupid people and made thousands of dollars on. You got to shuffle away so that everybody forgets about the Cosmic Con that you were just involved in, selling everybody a fake story with provably fake evidence. You shuffle away. That's the Cosmic Con Shuffle. You shuffle away so everybody forgets. You take a break for a while. And that, my friends, is what they all do. And Linda Moulton Howdy Doody is right now just announced she's taking a vacation for a month. So she's doing exactly what I say these people involved in the Cosmic Con Shuffle do. She got caught. We caught her with her pants down. Well, that's an ugly image that I'm not going to get out of my head. We caught her dead to rights. That's a better analogy. We caught her dead to rights using 100% provably fake artist-created images, telling people those were pictures of real aliens, selling a provably fake story about aliens with complete with fake alien pictures. We caught her dead to rights, nailed her. That's something else I don't want to think about. We busted her. That's a better way to say it. And now the jig is up. She's got to shuffle away and take a break for a while so everybody forgets about that fake story. But don't you worry, friends, because she'll be back with new and improved fake stories. And I'll probably get back on her crazy train because I'm that kind of a, crazy person myself. So, yeah, that's all I got for you, friends. I want to remind you that we will be back. I may do a show from the cabin. We're leaving for the cabin tomorrow, but I'm not sure what we're doing yet or what the situation will be. We might be doing another fireside chat from the front of the cabin. I know you guys like that when I do it, or maybe another panel show this weekend just to talk about this crazy week we just had. But in any case, if not this weekend, we will be back Monday. I've got some really good brand new stories you haven't heard yet that we've been following and investigating, and I can't wait to bring them to you. So that's all I got for you. One more thing. Oh, no, I'm good. Okay, we're good to bounce on out of here. So that's all I got for you, friends. Until next time, my name is Stephen Cambion. Good night, and God bless all of you, especially you, Linda. I hope you grow a conscience and stop selling people fake stories with the only evidence being fake pictures of aliens. I think you should do something better with your life. God bless you, Linda, and God bless all of us.
Always raise your fist to truth.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Always raise your fist